So you're probably wondering what in the world is an NFT? Anyhow, so after literal hours of research and reading, I think I know. I also think I'm just going to go crazy because this is phenomenal. This is something absolutely mind-boggling, but it's real. It's here. It's here to stay. So let's take a look at what is NFT and what does it stand for. What's up, YouTube community? Welcome to Invest Desk. This is your number one channel for latest news and updates, forecasts regarding cryptocurrency, especially Dogecoin. That's the channel for you. But today, it's Friday. So happy Friday to all of you. And we are going to take a look at the concept of NFT, which is known as non-fungible token. Okay, so that's what it stands for. So we'll dive into a little bit deeper what that is so you truly understand the value of NFT and how it works, what is it, whether this is something that you want to get into or not. So we'll take a look at this, okay? So let's start with the basics. What is an NFT? What does it stand for? Like I mentioned earlier, it stands for the non-fungible token. So the non-fungible token, what is it? It's just a special type of cryptographic token, okay, which represents something unique. You remember those days when we had those cards, physical cards that we used to trade a long time ago? Well, if you were there, right? Like myself, I'm talking mid-90s, right? Something like that. We had like baseball cards. In fact, I dug some of them out. So hey, I don't know. Those could be non-fungible as well, right? But of course, those are physical cards. We're talking about here the cryptographic tokens. They're simply representing something unique. Non-fungible tokens basically means that they are not mutually interchangeable, right? Which is, of course, in contrast to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can interchange Bitcoin, right? They're the two of the same thing. So with non-fungible, they're rare and unique. So if the owner of this digital art, that's what it is, it's just digital art, digital paraphernalia. If the owner only creates, let's say, 5 drawings, right, and sells those pictures or artwork in the marketplace, so those will always remain 5. And since it runs on the blockchain, right, they're authentic and they're unique. So, and that's really the basic understanding of what a non-fungible token is. So they're also used to create verifiable digital scarcity. Remember those words, scarcity? That's an economic term, by the way. So if you were in the econ class and you've been through some of these concepts, it's just demand and supply. So the law of scarcity, right? So if something is scarce and there's high demand, everyone wants to buy it. And that's really what the deal here is with non-fungible tokens. You would like to get your hands on this, okay? So, and that's really what it is, right? So that kind of makes sense. So it's important to know these tokens. So let's first, I'm going to play the PowerPoint just one more time because I had it short, so you can take a look at some of the basics, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into how it works, what these are, whether it's a good investment or not. And that's really the idea, of course, that I'm not a financial advisor, but I do my research, and this is something absolutely crazy. It's Friday, why not? So let's check out the details, the definition, and then we'll come back to that. All right, welcome back. So we're talking about the NFTs, right? So I just gave you a simple definition of what that is. Now, this is one of the craziest things that is happening as we move forward into the future, guys. This is the crypto future. This is the digital future we're looking at, okay? And that's exactly what that is. So non-fungible tokens are, let me go ahead first. Hang on a sec. There we go. Opening up my chat here. So welcome back, by the way. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome. Happy Friday to all of you guys. And we are talking about the NFT, and I'm going to show you several key areas of where you can, get into this if you'd like to. Of course, do your own research and what is the best method of getting into NFT and where you can buy it and what are they sold for. Some of these are just crazy. This artwork goes in millions and millions of dollars. Absolutely mind-boggling. But we're going to take a look at it. We will unpick this entire scenario because it's Friday, so you can take a look at it. And then, we'll take a look at whether it's a viable investment, whether in the short run or long run as well. So we are talking about NFTs, and we just give a basic definition of what it stands for, right? It's a non-fungible token, which simply means it's a special type of cryptographic token, and it represents something unique, right? So they're not mutually interchangeable, unlike Bitcoin. You can interchange Bitcoin, okay? All right. So, and they're basically used to create verifiable digital scarcity, okay? Of course. Scarcity drives the prices up. Simple. If there's demand, if people are willing to buy something and that something is short, the price is going to be higher. Let me give you a simple example. Like think about like Ferrari or Lamborghinis, those high exotic cars, right? They only make maybe 10, 20, a handful of Ferraris for a given year. So people who have money now, they're just basically sort of like a de facto bidding on that particular car, so it drives the price up, something like that, right? But we're going to get more in depth into it. But right now, just understand that NFTs are digital assets that represent a wide range of unique tangible and intangible items, right? From, let's say, collectible sports cards, could be virtual real estate, or your digital sneakers, right? And one of the main benefits of owning a digital collectible versus a physical collectible like Pokemon card, for example, or rare minted coin, is that each NFT contains basically a distinguishing information, okay? And it both, that makes it both distinct from any other NFT and easily verifiable because it runs on the blockchain. And this makes the creation and circulation of like fake collectibles pointless because each item can be traced back to its original issuer. And this is really fascinating, and everyone is getting into it. So let me know if you are into NFTs already and if you know what that is and what it is. So I'm gonna of course check our comments and see what's going on. So, and I'm gonna demonstrate. I'll also show you the marketplace. Right here is the largest NFT marketplace that you see. It's OpenSea. And I'm also going to show you a couple others. In fact, I also created an account. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy or not, but at least I just set up my account here. So we'll go through that too. All right. So let me know, comment below if you have, bought an NFT for yourself as a, short-term, long-term investment. So let me know. All right, so we're talking about NFTs. So unlike regular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum, so on, NFTs cannot be directly exchanged with one another because they're unique, they're rare. This is because no two NFTs are identical. Remember, the digital artist only creates maybe 3, 4, or 5, and then that's about it. Okay. And people buy those and they keep them because they're rare, they're unique, right? And presumably they will have a certain value as time passes. Well, who knows? But that's the idea behind it, right? Just like back in those days when we had those physical baseball cards, okay? And we used to collect them as, back in those days. So think of them as festival tickets. So they're just tickets. Each ticket contains specific information, including the purchaser's name, the date, and the event and the venue itself, right? So this data makes it impossible for these tickets to be traded with one another, right? So you can trace back to the blockchain itself. So this is the largest NFT marketplace. Let me show you where I've actually created an account, and this is at Nifty Gateway, by the way, and they have something called a drop schedule, and this drop schedule simply is something that when the owners of these digital assets are about to sell their assets, right? So you can go and you can kind of check those out. So today's drop, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the East Coast, 7 p.m. is where you can, get on this site, Nifty Gateway. Of course, I've created an account here myself, and I'm going to check out some of these. And you can see right here is Friday, March 5th. You can, and these are all the listed individuals who have all these digital assets created, and you can, of course, browse through them, take a look at that. So, for example, Theosius drop is in 3 hours, 52 minutes, and 20 some seconds, right? And that's the digital art, okay? So you can either buy them, which is at a lower price, and I'm going to show you, by the way, the value of these. So it's not just, a couple of dollars here and there. This is insane. All right. So the more I researched, the more I got into it. It's like, wow, what's going on? Anyways, so of course the underlying principle is scarcity. Okay, and of course, people are people. So this is a niftygateway.com collections. You can go here, check it out, and I'm sure there are other sites as well that you can also take a look at. But NFTs are something that are, of course, the vast majority of NFT tokens, by the way, were built using on one of two Ethereum token standards. Okay, so either ERC 721 or ERC 1155. So these are the two Ethereum token standards, right? And these NFTs are built on those token bases, that blockchain, right? So blueprints created by Ethereum that basically enable software developers to easily deploy these NFTs and ensure they're compatible with the broader system, including exchanges, wallet services, and again, those are software-based wallet services or hardware-based. And software-based could be MetaMask, for example, right, or My Ether wallet. These are just a bunch of software-based wallets. And remember, it's always better to have a hardware-based wallet because now you can carry your little USB, little Ledger Nano S. And I have a link in the description, by the way, so if you want to go check that out, you can certainly do so. Okay, so I'd encourage you to kind of see what the differences are, but definitely hardware is something that you can carry it with you. So this NFT tokens are basically were built on one of the two Ethereum token standards. Okay, now. And of course, exchanges and wallet services like MetaMask or My Ether wallets, right? And other areas, other important characteristics, I should say, about NFTs, that include that they're non-interoperable, okay? So, for example, it can be used as a character on one of the games or vice versa. So, for example, remember CryptoKitties, right? So you cannot be used as a character on the CryptoKitties game or vice versa. So this goes for collectibles such as trading cards, too. Blockchain Heroes card cannot be played in the Gods Unchained trading card game, and so on. The second characteristic is important too, which is they're indivisible, right, or indivisible. NFTs cannot be divided into a smaller denomination like Bitcoin. Okay, so they exist exclusively as a whole single item. And that's what the NFTs are, and that's the goal for these NFTs. Okay, so you can either take a look at the actual site here where you can go and buy them. So let's take a look at some comments here. What's going on? Hey, welcome guys, welcome everyone. So we're gonna start buying on Weave now, pay in the long run. Yeah, certainly, of course. The world is going crazy behind this, by the way. Everyone seems to be getting into it, investing. because this could be something big, and it is big. So I'm going to share some prices here, okay, just so that you have an idea of what am I talking about. So I'm not just bringing this up just because this is something new or has been around, but something just took off. But let me go ahead and I think I had it open here. There we go. There it is. So the NFTs, non-fungible tokens, right? This is the list of NFT tokens and dApps related to games, art, collectibles, digital cards, and more. Okay, so look at the statistics. This is just crazy. And the entire market as a whole. Okay, this gives you an idea of what you're getting into. So the trading volume for the last month only was about $33.9 million. Okay, and there were 126,000, a little over 126,000 NFTs were sold in the last month, 30 days. Okay, and here's a little graph that you can see the volume that is growing for the last 30 days. Just in the last week, for example, the 7 days, you notice it's about 2.5 million, right? On just every single day. So millions of dollars are actually being traded just on this NFT. All right, so let's scroll down. Let's look at the prices. So this particular image, right, this little Giphy image, right, that you see here, is the last price it was sold was for $177,000. I don't know, man. This is crazy, but that's it. And these are just like minimal prices, by the way. There's like if you go to other cards I'm going to show you, they are sold for millions and millions of dollars, right? So just like the Mona Lisa painting, right? Just a painting, but it's worth millions and millions. They're auctioned at Christie's auction and so on. So the idea is that the law is the scarcity, right? So if people demand something and there's less of it, that's what happens to these prices, and people are demanding this because these are digital assets, of course, authentic, just singled out. No one else has it. These are rare. And of course, instead of paper-based, these are now on the Ethereum blockchain or those tokens, okay? So these are some of the prices that you see, and these are the statistics that you also see. Okay, so let me know. Put a comment if you have others, or if you know that people are buying some of these NFTs and what they're getting into, and do you think it's a good investment or not? Okay, so yeah, give me your thoughts. So welcome, guys. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your support. It's Friday, and of course, we cannot end before we actually talk about Dogecoin, right? So I'm going to get to that. But right now, I'm just talking about the actual NFTs, and we talked about the characteristics. Like, for example, they're non-interoperable. Okay, you cannot divide them. They're also indestructible because all NFT data is stored on the blockchain, and they're stored using smart contracts. So each token cannot be destroyed, removed, or replicated. And ownership of these tokens are also immutable, which simply means that gamers and collectors, they actually possess their NFTs, not the companies that create them. Okay, so that's exactly what they mean by indestructibility. And this really is, of course, different from buying things like music from the iTunes store, right? For example, where users don't actually own what they're buying. They just purchase the license to listen to the music. In this case, with NFTs, you are actually buying solely the entire object, the entire product, for yourself. And of course, that's unique. And that product remains with you as a unique item. And that's really what's driving the NFTs up and up. One of the other characteristics, and this is good too, because they're verifiable. Okay, so we can trace the owner because it's in the blockchain. It has an address, right? And another benefit of storing historical ownership data on the blockchain is that the items such as digital artwork can be traced back to its original creator, which basically allows pieces to be authenticated without the need of third-party verification. those fake paintings that we have, right, of Mona Lisa, all across the world, right? Things like this is difficult to verify them, right? But digital assets, NFTs, are verifiable. So why they are important? What's the deal? Okay, NFTs basically become hugely popular with crypto users, and there are a little over 106 million crypto users across the globe. We talked about that in the yesterday's stream, so you can definitely go check that out. Those streams. So they, of course, with crypto users, they're popular because they're verifiable, they're indestructible, and that's really what NFTs they mean. But why do they have value, right? We talked about this briefly about the scarcity, but like all assets, supply and demand are the key market drivers for price. It's just simple, plain, definition of economics. Okay, so again, if there's less of a thing and there's more demand, of course the price is going to rise, and it may rise in millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that's exactly what it is. CryptoKitties or other images or these digital art is being sold in the marketplace, traded in the marketplace for millions and millions of dollars, and people are buying it. Let me in fact see if I can bring the site up. For example, the NBA Top Shot. This is just absolutely crazy. Okay, I actually wanted to sign up on this site, but guess what? Signups are disabled due to high demand. What? This is insane. Okay, people are buying these NBA cards or digital assets, not physical cards, right? And you cannot sign up on this site. Let me know if you can. So wherever you are, go to nbatopshot.com, see if we're able to get into the site. It's just they've disabled new registration because of high demand, and this is crazy. So that's why they have value. Like, supply and demand are the key market drivers for price, and due to the scarce nature of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, right, and the high demand for them from gamers, collectors, investors, people are often they're prepared to pay a lot of money for them. And that's really what this is driving the prices up. And some NFTs, by the way, also have the potential to make their owners a lot of money. For instance, one of the gamers at Decentraland virtual land platform, decided to purchase, let's say, 64, 65 lots and combine them into a single estate, right? And it sold for $80,000. Another investor, bought it for, $250,000 to purchase, the racetrack, a digital Monaco racetrack in F1, so it's just crazy. All this digital art is just happening. These NFTs are real. So the NFT representing the piece of digital track, of course, it also allows the owner to receive a certain percentage of dividends from all the the rest of the for example, the example that I gave for the Monaco racing track, right? So the mainstream appeal, what actually is driving the market into NFTs more and more, because by the way, they first became popular when CryptoKitties went viral, okay, and they subsequently raised about 10 or $15 million, and then of course others followed suit, right? Similarly, just right here, the NBA, you see. So for example, a publicly available 10-second video clip sold for $6.6 million. This is just crazy. I don't know. You tell me. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Similarly, impossible to take out, free circulation, which about to sell for millions of dollars at Christie's auction place. Okay. Another example, and you may know of this, a clip of LeBron James slam dunk. You know how much that was sold for? $200,000, right? Can you believe that? I don't know. It's just an image, just a digital art, but made by artists, right? So this non-fungible token phenomena is for real. All right, It is for real. So let me know what you think. This is crazy. Okay. This is just absolutely mind-boggling, and it's Friday, so I decided to get this up. I was just too fascinated about this. So this clip, these little clips that you see, by the way, are selling for millions of dollars, right? So you can start your own collection, by purchasing when the digital owners drop these digital assets, and you can purchase them. They basically auction them on these marketplaces, and I showed you the largest marketplace called OpenSea. Then you have the Nifty Gateway, where I also created an account and see how that works. But on this site, signups have been disabled because of this huge demand. So absolutely mind-boggling. So yeah, welcome. If you're new to this channel, welcome to Invest Desk. My name is Syed. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Appreciate your support. Hit the like button. And today's Friday. We're talking about NFTs in depth, so you would have a better understanding of what those are and whether you want to basically get into investing in NFTs or not. So yeah, certainly hit the like button, and of course the bell notification, so you get notified every time I come up with the latest research and updates and news regarding cryptocurrency. So I was going to show you something very interesting here. And this is, of course, I think I talked about this Nifty Gateway. So the drop schedule is a schedule where these owners basically, or the digital asset creators, they sell them, right? So there's a drop today happening in Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, where at 7 p.m. it's going to happen, right? So if I scroll down, you'll notice in about 3 hours or so, Theosius drop is going to happen. And this is just an example, by the way. I'm not in any way affiliated with any of these. I'm just showing you guys. So if I were to open this particular image, or just a Giphy image, right? Sometimes they're just static and sometimes they're a little dynamic. But I wanted to create an account here and see if I could, something that I like, I want to get my hands on. So I don't know. Maybe I want to try it out. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. So so this is basically the four artists from the four completely different backgrounds. They have joined forces on their first completely collective Nifty, gateway show, right? So this is what they have, and the exhibition opens in 3 hours, right? A little over 3 hours and 5 minutes or so. And then look at the price, guys. Look at it's $44,444 for this drawing. Okay, I don't know. Let's see if I can open it and see more about it. But this is something, of course, will be this is scarcity, right? That's what's driving these prices up, because this digital art that you see is, of course, running on the blockchain, has a verifiable address, authentic, that can be traced to the original owner. So I know it's not fake, right? And this is, of course, the only art that is available online that I can own, and I can pay in Ether. I can pay in Ethereum currency, for example, and I can open up a MetaMask, which is an online wallet, right? Cryptocurrency wallet. Or if you have a hardware wallet, Ledger Nano S, which of course I have a description, a link in the description below. So if you want to check those out. Of course, it's recommended to have your own wallet in your pocket, right? Not software-based wallet like for example, Robinhood. They don't give you access to your keys. They don't give you access to your wallet information. So you want to be able to have your own wallet so you can, get those cryptos in and out. But yeah, coming back to NFTs, this, for example, is rare. Is the only one. So if you were to buy it and then maybe trade it later on the marketplace, right? And there's several marketplaces. Of course, this is one of them. You can, for example, go to OpenSea, which is the largest NFT marketplace. Okay, and they also have a bunch of drops coming in, right? For example, let's see. Let me open one up so we can see. Let's talk about Musk and Doge in space. This is crazy. So I'm going to open this up, okay, and take a look at what the price is. So Musk and Doge in space vintage, right? This is owned by Nfts Nft, and then sale ends in 5 days. The current price is 0.4525 ETH, right? Or $689 for this image. Go figure, guys. I don't know. This is, and of course, people, this is just the start. As more and more things go to the marketplace, of course, as you hold more, they will increase in price. So this is, of course, something that you want to invest in, not invest in. That's purely your own decision. Okay. So if I scroll down a little bit, this is so the owner kind of tells you that this is one of 4, which means limited series, right? So beyond these 4 copies, no other artwork will be created, and that's the scarcity element, right? This is where the law of economics come in, right? So there's only 4 of these, only 4 of these. Now imagine, what if, right? Hypothetical scenario, Dogecoin hits $1, goes to $5, go to 10, whatever, and these images, these cards, right? This digital image rather, are only 4 in the entire world, running on the blockchain, verifiable, authentic, ownership. Okay, guess what? So right now the price is at $689.56, right? Or 0.4525 Ether. This could go to millions of dollars, right? Because this is, of course, something, and that's exactly what the driving force behind NFTs are. So yeah, let me know what you think. Put them in the comments. So see whether this is something that is worthwhile. Are NFTs for real? Of course they're real. It's happened. People are buying it. Okay, so, and that's something that you want to, of course, research yourself, and that's purely your decision. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do my own research, and personally, I also created an account at Nifty Gateway, just to kind of check it out and see maybe I can get my hands on something that I like. I don't know. Just doing my research. That's all. But this is absolutely phenomenal about NFTs, what they mean. We talked about that. So let's be a little bit more clear here. This multi-million-dollar hype around NFTs, it isn't necessarily revolutionizing art, by the way, or the collectibles industry or the concept of property, but a specific community whose members are just, have amassed fortunes, and thanks to cryptocurrency windfalls, right? And they're just spending some of its wealth to advertise the blockchain technology. And that could be one of the reasons why the prices are high and people are buying it. Okay, so NFTs meaning is basically the registration of a digital object's ownership on a blockchain. The token is non-fungible, and I talked about that, right? Because it represents a unique object and is itself unique. Just like here, Musk and Doge in space vintage, there's just going to be 4 of these, not more, ever. So, and that's it. Okay, so that's really the driving force for the unique, products, digital products, okay, running on the blockchain. So, and it makes the most traditional sense in the digital gaming world, for example, where characters and other properties, they cannot be used by those who have bought them, right? Just like it's just unique. And the cryptocurrency and the blockchain community, by the way, is hardly like they're all involved. I mean, all the crypto world is getting into NFTs, and of course it's backed by huge demand. Just like, for example, I don't know if you saw this or not, so if you just joined, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys, like button, and appreciate your support. This is absolutely phenomenal. So this is NBA Top Shot, for example. Right now this site has disabled signups due to high demand, so I cannot sign up to this site, for example, or maybe I can. I don't know if you try it out. Yeah, there you go. So we're undergoing maintenance, and that's why, right? Well, that's the message that display here, but on top here they say due to high demand, signups are disabled. Okay, so again, this is something that people are doing, right? So they are collecting these digital assets that are running on blockchain. All right, so this is pretty fascinating. Wanted to cover NFTs, what those are, so you have a better idea whether you want to get into it or not get into it. Because of course, if your digital assets you buy, for example, or you invest in doesn't work out, of course it's worth nothing then, right? Who knows? But today, the way demand is, and that's how things are moving. Okay, so anybody basically wanting to get into NFTs, you could buy it. The use of NFTs would basically enable, for example, concert organizers or limited resale prices, and drive even the most tech savvy people out of business, and that could happen too. So who knows? Okay, and these tokens could be used to sell like for example digital wildlife, or to fund some efforts, right? Climate change efforts or whatever it is, right? So they're really powerful, and these are some of the powerful reasons why blockchain technology hasn't captured the world yet, despite its obvious strength and the power, because people are still not familiar with it, right? Just like the acceptance of Dogecoin or other coins in the mainstream is going to take some time, because people, until and unless they get comfortable, they really understand the technology behind it and the power of technology behind it, right? Decentralization is the key moving forward, and nothing's going to stop that. It's already happening, and I'm going to cover, of course, Dogecoin when we get to that. But right now, if you look at the power to the people, that's what's happening. So right now you're governed by a central entity, for example, a central bank, or where you put all your money in, and they're in control, right? With blockchain technology and decentralization, you're in control. You have a wallet with you. You have this, hardware-based wallet or software-based. You have your keys. As long as you have your keys, you're good. You can buy and sell anything. And we covered this story yesterday, where CoinFlip, the largest network of ATMs, they offered Elon Musk to place these ATMs that can now transact in Dogecoin and Bitcoin, of course, in Tesla stores. So I covered that yesterday, right? That was pretty cool. So, all right, let's get back to a couple of more things about NFTs. So now you understand what non-fungible is, right? So more or less means basically that it's unique and it cannot be replaced with something else. So for example, Bitcoin is fungible, okay? Ethereum is fungible. So you trade one for another Bitcoin, and you'll have exactly the same thing. You'll have another Bitcoin, right? A one-of-its-kind trading card, however, is non-fungible, right? Just like I mentioned, I still have them sitting here when I bought some baseball cards a long time ago, right? So of course, those are non-fungible. But how does the NFT work? So let me first quickly bring up the marketplace here. And I talked about this example, right? Musk and Doge in space vintage, for example. This card is going to be, the sale is going to end in 5 days, and this is the price. But it's just for this image, and there are only going to be 4 of these cards ever digitally available, right, by this creator. Similarly, there are, I'm sure, a bunch of others too. Okay, let's see. If I go back to this screen, you'll see a whole list of on this OpenSea website, which is the largest NFT site, right? So the largest NFT marketplace is OpenSea.io. You're welcome to go check this out. But whether it's the RapX, basketball NFTs, whether it's the crypto weaves or digital art down here that you see, is just mind-boggling. So for example, if I were to look at this French art, right? And of course you pay in Ethereum, by the way, ETH. This is the currency that you pay, and you cannot buy directly. Now this sale ends tomorrow. Check out the price, guys. Check out the price. This is insane. $111,000 right now if you want to buy it, or 73 Ethereum, 73.11. Let me know in comments whether you think this is insane or this image is worth $111,846.60. And if you're a fan of a France collect rare digital art, by the way, that's what the author says, with a fixed set of 20, the 20 exclusive NFT represents all the symbols of France. $111,000, guys. Let me know. I'd like to see some comments coming in. This is crazy. Okay, 117,000. Would you pay for it? Would you invest this, hoping, of course, that the value is going to grow even higher, maybe in millions? Okay, so this is really what the NFTs are all about, and this is what is driving the prices up, the scarcity, right? So like I mentioned earlier, most NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain, right? And of course, Ethereum is just like Bitcoin or Dogecoin, but its blockchain also supports these NFTs, which store extra information, basically that makes them work differently, right? Say ETH coin, okay? Now, what's worth picking up in the NFT marketplace? What do you want to invest in, right? What's good at it, okay? And NFTs, by the way, can really be anything digital, such as drawings, could be music, and that's exactly what we see here. But a lot of the current excitement is around the tech to sell digital art. Okay, so and that's really what NFT is. So I'm sure some people really hope so. Like whoever paid almost like who's gonna pay $111,000 for this image, right? That you see on the screen, right? But there are people who paid it. Okay, so for example, a 50-second video of Grimes, or the person who paid 6.6 million for a video by Beeple. Okay, so $6.6 million someone paid. I don't know who that is, but someone paid. Okay, so if you are an artist yourself, perfect. Open up an account, throw up some images, and you can do it that way also. So you don't have to invest. You can actually do it yourself as well. And that's really what we're looking at here when we talk about the NFTs. Okay, so something new, something I wanted to cover. It's Friday, so I figured it would be something fascinating and interesting to get into and kind of take a look at it. So if you're a collector or an investor, that's fine. If you're an artist, you can also play a role in this too. Okay, so that's what NFT is all about. I wanted to bring this up and cover this. NFT Gateway is where you see that this is another example of digital art. The drops, by the way, are the ones where they happen every day. So every day the creators are creating their art and they're selling it on these marketplaces, and of course they trade afterwards. Okay, so if you buy something, you want to hold it for a day, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, then you can see where the prices are going. Okay, for example, if I go to marketplace right here on Nifty Gateway site, you should be able to see all this artwork. Okay, so this, for example, image you can buy, which is the Queen of Multitude, right, for $19,200. Go figure. Okay, this is insane. This is just crazy, but that's real. People are buying it. It's just happening. People are trading these digital assets because they're verifiable, because they're running on the blockchain, because they're unique. They cannot be compromised, right? In a sense where they cannot be faked. So therefore, the prices are higher and demand is high. The scarcity of the item, simple. The formula is always the same, and the same formula applies to, by the way, cryptocurrency and stocks in general and anything else, right? That's how it is. Remember when COVID-19 initially came and there were no masks, masks were being manufactured. Look at the price of the mask at that point in time. It was 4 times, 5 times more. And today, masks are being given free because it's just abundant quantities, right? So that's exactly what it is. So with this thought, right, you would like to be able to invest and see which images which digital art suits your flavor portfolio. So do your own due diligence, do your own research. Of course, I'm not recommending anything here. I'm just looking at it myself, thinking about this is the world is a crazy place. For $33,000 for this particular image, or this particular animation, I should say, And again, I can go to the next page and take a look at some more, and on the left I could filter these out too. So yeah, these are NFTs, by the way. So I hope this makes sense. So hit the like button, the bell notification, of course, subscribe. I'd like to thank you for your support, and of course tomorrow we are going to be recapping the entire last week for Dogecoin. Of course, we do it every week, which will tell us where it is. And of course, now is the time to bring up the price. So we talked about NFTs. So let's see, let me pick up some a couple other things that I have here. All right, perfect. So what I want to do next is just bring up the chart of Dogecoin, and that's of course all important. We cannot I cannot make a video without Dogecoin, guys. I have to. This is just me, so I hope you guys like it too. So if you do, hit that like button. All right, so let's bring this up. There we go. So there's our Doge. It's at 0.05. Oh wow, it went up. Not bad. By the way, let me know if you bought it at the dip. Okay, put it in the comments. Let me write this down and see, because it did go down today, and was about 0.456, right? Something like that. That was the price. So and of course it's back to 0.05, and that's super exciting too, by the way. Okay, this is nice, because and this is another crazy thing. This is the strength of Dogecoin. Okay, the entire crypto market, the entire stock market is down, but guess what? Doge is holding up, okay, to the same average. And we'll cover this tomorrow, by the way, when I do the entire recap for the last week. We'll do the average costing. We'll see what Doge is, how it performed for the last week. But just look at it. It's the same average. The benchmark is the same. Of course, we had a couple of spikes, right? And of course, a couple of dips, which is a great opportunity to buy at these dips, okay? But on average, when we do it tomorrow, we'll calculate the buying cost, right? If you bought it at the dips here, that would have been a great buy, because now your average cost would be lower, okay? But this is what Dogecoin is. This is a chart here. Notice how it kind of dipped and then it's going back up, trying to stabilize itself at the same price of 0.05. So 5 cents is the key. And with all the things happening, of course, I'll summarize it tomorrow. Dogecoin, of course, is the people's crypto, and it is a stable coin. And this shows that despite the market, dips and crashes of the stock market of the other crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin has been kind of holding its ground pretty nicely, okay? So that's pretty good. So yeah, let me know if you bought at the dip. Put it in the comments, and if you're just joining in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your support, guys. Today's Friday, of course, which is a weekend, and it's super exciting to see Dogecoin holding up pretty steady across the last week, or even 2 weeks now. I know we covered this last week also, but it's about the same price. So that's really where the price is for the breakout, okay? And that's what we're hoping. So we'll break out and jump to the next level. Now this could be Dogecoin going to 10 cents. This could be Dogecoin going all the way to $1. Who knows? But that's exactly what we're looking at. So looking at these prices, these are helpful. Dogecoin has been holding. If I take a look at the time chart here, you'll notice that here it is. That's about 0.05. That's the average that Doge is holding right now at. All right. So anyways, I wanted to cover NFTs. This was great. So just wanted to understand what NFTs are, and why people are paying exuberant amount of money for these trading cards, for digital assets, for example. is because it's just supply and demand, and that's what the hype is among the investors, among people. They're demanding more of these, and of course they're less available. Okay, so, and that's with stock market, that's with cryptocurrency, that's with anything else in the world. So this is a simple formula, and that's what the key takeaway is, at least in my opinion. So let me know if you like this idea. If you do, hit the like button. I appreciate it. All right, the couple of things before we wrap this up for Friday. Someone just bought a cryptocurrency cat for 172,000, and we see that here also. Let me bring that up one more time before I there we go. All right, so here are all the digital art, right, that you can kind of take a look at and purchase based on when the drops occur. But for example, this particular digital art that I showed a little earlier, it ends tomorrow, so, and it's owned by Ken the artist, right? And the price for this is 73 ether. This is not dollars, by the way, so don't be fooled by looking at this as $73. No, it's $111,000, 846 and some change. Go figure. I don't know. You're gonna pay something for this picture? Okay. Yeah, so something that you want to look into, make sure you do the research, because this is mind-boggling, and that is what is happening. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and just wrap it up here. Let's quickly take a couple of comments here. Hi John. John says Doge is strong. Yeah, definitely. It's phenomenally strong, rather. Excuse me, very strong. And thank you, Syed. I know I have a good understanding of NFTs. You're most welcome. That's the idea, and that's why I have this channel here, to bring you the latest updates, news, and forecasts about cryptocurrency and what's going on. Okay, and really give you some solid information, not just simple pure speculation, for you to make informed decisions for your own portfolio investments. All right, so I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and share this channel, and I will see you over the weekend, because we are going to wrap up Dogecoin and see the performance for the last week. All right, so hope you have a great weekend. Have yourself rest